Chapter 13. Piper. I'm still finding mud in weird places 3 days later as I step out of the shower and dry off. I smile, though, as I shake my head, because me, in mud, enjoying mud, was something I never thought would happen. My phone chimes and I scoop it up, wondering if it's Patrick with his next idea. I've been not so patiently waiting to see what he's going to suggest. But it's not from Patrick. It's from Ian, telling me he made a mistake and that he wants to get back together. I sit down on the bed, still in my towel, and stare at the phone. Do I want to get back together with Ian? When he first asked me out in December, I was thrilled, and I thought the next month was great. We have a lot in common, but now it just feels like something is missing. Plus, he did dump me through text, and there's no guarantee he won't do that again. Do I really want to date someone like that? No, but my mother always did stress the importance of second chances. Is it possible Ian really has seen the error of his ways? It feels unlikely. But I am no relationship expert. Of course, the bigger issue is that I can't stop thinking about Patrick. I don't know if he has feelings for me, but I'm not sure I can enter another relationship without finding out. I dress and head into the kitchen. Belle is the only one around, and I'm fairly certain I know exactly what she'll say, but I decide to ask her anyway. Belle, can I ask you something? She looks up from her computer. Sure, what is it? I ran into Ian after the Tough Mudder the other day. Her nose wrinkles in disgust. Yuck, I'm sorry. Did you tell him to shove off? No, he came up to us while we were at the cafe. He seemed shocked to see me covered in mud, and he wanted to know why I never did adventurous things with him. Did you give him a reason? I told him it was because he never asked, but that's not my question. I just got a text from him. He wants to get back together. I pull up the text and hand the phone to her. Belle takes the phone and reads the text. Then she presses her lips together and looks back up at me. Are you really going to take him back? I sigh as I sit in the chair across from her. I don't know. The text dumping was awful, but what if no one else wants to date me? Are you crazy? You're amazing. I mean, you say a lot of stuff I don't understand, but once you find a guy who speaks your language, he'll realize how awesome you are. But that's just it. Ian did speak my language. Did being the operative word, until he turned into a jerk. You know, I think Patrick speaks your language too. She gives me a conspiratorial smile that I'm sure works well on her videos. My face heats up as I attempt to refute her observation. Patrick does not think about me like that. He's my coworker, for goodness sake. Uh-huh. Belle nods knowingly. You know a lot of relationships start with coworkers, right? I roll my eyes. Yes, 78% of people have considered dating a coworker, and 58% have. But that's not the case here. Patrick just offered to help me because his brother is a therapist, and I didn't feel comfortable going to the group. Okay, but has he mentioned the group since? I think back over the last few weeks and realize that Patrick has never mentioned the group again. Or his brother. I guess not. What do you think that means? Belle chuckles. Well, either it means he's very forgetful, which I don't see as the issue, or he offered to help you because he's interested in you. You need to find out. At that moment, my phone chimes, and this time the text is from Patrick. I feel my face heat again as I read his message. Is that from him? Belle asks, reaching for the phone. It is, isn't it? See, you guys are in sync. He knew we were talking about him. No, he's answering my text from earlier. I wanted to see what he thought I should do about Ian. Belle grins at me and nods. Of course you did, because you want him to tell you not to date Ian, right? You want him to tell you to date him. What? No, that's not... But it's no use. I'm not even convincing myself. I do want him to tell me not to date Ian. I want him to tell me that I deserve someone better. Someone like him. And how many people have you texted from work before? The heat crawls across my cheeks and my gaze slides to the side. Well, none, but... Words fail me because I don't even have an excuse. I barely know the names of anyone else I work with, much less their numbers. Well, you better go see what he says, though I'd bet money that I'm right. I'm not a betting person, but I almost take her up on that because as much as I want it to be true, I can't imagine Patrick liking someone like me. I walk into the office a half hour later, a bundle of nerves. Hey, Piper. The smile that lights up his face calms my stomach somewhat. He wouldn't smile at me like that if he didn't like me, right? Hi, Patrick. Thanks for meeting me early. He shrugs. You said it was important. It's about Ian. It's brief, but Patrick's face shifts for just a second, and I tell myself it's a look of disgust that almost crosses his features. Oh, is all he says, though. He texted me this morning and wanted to know if I'd be open to dating him again. Patrick's face goes blank, and I mean utterly blank, like a sheet of paper with no lines. I can't discern a single expression on his face, and it makes me wonder what he's thinking. And are you considering going back to him? I don't know, and that's why I wanted to talk to you. You've been so helpful at pushing me to try new things, and I think I went into this hoping it would bring Ian back, but now that it has, I don't know if it's what I want, but I'm afraid that he might be the only guy. This time, a range of emotions cross Patrick's face before he grabs my hand. Piper, Ian will not be the only guy. I didn't want to rush you because I wanted to be sure you were over Ian, but I can't let you go back to dating him without knowing how I feel first. My eyes widen and I blink at him, sure that I have misheard him. How you feel? What do you mean? I like you, Piper, and I don't want you to date Ian, not only because I think you're too good for him, but because I want you to date me. You do? Though my feet are firmly planted, I feel like the world is tipping. Patrick likes me? Yes, I do. I've liked you for a while, but I couldn't say anything while you were seeing another guy. Now I'm terrified that it's too soon and I'm going to mess this up, but I couldn't not tell you. I shake my head as I cut him off. I have to confess that I came here today hoping you would tell me not to date Ian. I don't know if you'll enjoy dating me, but I'd like to try. The smile that lights up his face radiates like the sun, and I swear I can almost feel my toes growing warmer. Well, then how would you feel about dinner tonight? Dinner tonight sounds lovely. He squeezes my hand, and then we stand there grinning at each other awkwardly for a moment. Neither of us really thought the next move through. We still have to work together today. I suppose we should get to work before the others arrive, I say, and then I instantly want to suck the words back in my mouth. But thankfully, Patrick just smiles and nods. Yeah, I guess we should. Though I turn to my computer and pull up the program, I can't keep the grin from my face, and the rest of the day flies by. When it's finally quitting time, I bid farewell to Patrick and return home. Belle is working at her computer when I enter, but she closes the lid when I walk in. "Oh my gosh, I was right. He asked you out, didn't he?" "He did." I still can't believe it, and it hits me that I have no idea what to wear. Thankfully, it's Belle who's home. "What time is he picking you up?" She flips her wrist over to check the time on her watch. 7. That doesn't leave us much time. Okay, give me 10 minutes to finish what I'm working on, and then you belong to me. That would probably sound ominous coming from anyone else, but Belle does makeovers for people as one of her part-time jobs. If anyone is going to help me get ready for this date, it's definitely Belle.